Really disappointing to end the way we did for those seniors. They've put so much into this program. They've put so much into their time here. They've invested so much, and I can't thank those guys enough, those seniors, for investing back in myself, our staff that came in here. And like I told the 9 6-year seniors, they all sat where you guys are at in December of 2018, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what they were going to get. And they stuck with it. They hung with me. They came back for this 6th year, and I know they're disappointed that, A, we didn't get to where we wanted to go. But the body of work for those guys has been so impressive, and it's hard to win college games, and we were not good enough on defense tonight. It was a very, very poor performance on defense. Yep, the footings was hard. It was difficult, but we can't give up big plays like we gave up, and that was the difference tonight. We run 102 plays. They run 35. And have it for 42 minutes. They have it for 17 and a half. Shouldn't lose a football game like that. But we did because we did not tackle, and we did not make plays across the board on defense. And it's a shame because I was so hoping for those seniors that they had the opportunity to win. So what we talked about was this one's going to hurt. We don't have a lot of things this week, and then we are going to play in a really good bowl game, and we've got to be able to reset in another week once we find out who we play, and then get them back together and find a way to play a really, really talented team, whoever we play, and have a lot of fun with this group.
Coach, they had 6 scoring possessions that totaled 16 plays.
Yeah.
How do you account for how maybe passive the defense was?
That's a great question, Fitz. I've never seen it in my 5 years here, and I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I've got a lot of different emotions that we weren't good enough, and we've got to get better. We have to get better.
Did the fact that you guys were eliminated from contention for the championship game before this day even started have any play?
We didn't even talk about that. I'm sure they knew it in the back of their mind, but as we all sat here for 3 weeks, with Baylor, we knew that the chances of us probably getting there weren't the greatest, and the kids had talked about that and all the tiebreakers and stuff. And I'm like, guys, you just got to beat Baylor and take care of that. We were able to do that. And then, one team lost, but we knew that we were stacked against KU. But, we played our tail off and found a way to beat a really good KU team and come from behind. We had good practices this week. I thought we were ready to play, and I would still contend we were ready to play. We didn't make any plays on defense, and we'll watch the film and see what happened.
Did Iowa State surprise you guys at all with the explosiveness of their offense?
No, not really. Guys, in 2021, they had the first play of the game with Breece Hall for a touchdown, and it was probably a similar deal. And they run the ball and find ways to get extra guys to the point of attack as well as anybody does in college football that we play. And when you have that, you're going to be in a lot of one-on-one situations, and we didn't make one-on-one plays.
And then kind of in the beginning part of the game, you guys had to settle for 2 field goals. Looking back on it, was that a pretty big moment in the game?
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought we weathered the storm really well in that first half, considering we gave up first play for a touchdown. And didn't get it in the end zone, and they give another big score to go down 14-6, and we got a couple turnovers, and we were able to score right before half. I thought Ben Sennett was huge again tonight. I mean, that kid is such a great football player, and he got nicked up, so he didn't play the little bit of the last half of the fourth quarter. But the score right before half, I thought, okay, we got up a score. We're getting the ball to start the second half. Maybe we'll settle in because it was not a great first half defensively, but it was only 20-14.
Chris, that's the first time people here have seen a snow game since 2000. Obviously, different elements. What was it like being a part of a game like that?
Yeah, it was hard. There's no question about it. There was a lot of snow. It was really chunky out there. I was surprised. I thought we threw the ball really well in the snow. I thought Will threw the ball really well. The footing was difficult. Once again, guys, I'm not making excuses. The footing was difficult, so we weren't in great leverage position sometimes to make tackles. And when you aren't, you tend to dive a little bit more. And when you dive, you're going to get stiff-armed and get circled. And that happened a few times. But they had the same footing. They had the exact same footing. So it was for sure different and difficult.
Were the guys shocked at all at the end, or how did they?
Oh yeah,
it?
that locker room's pretty down right now. That locker room's really down, especially all the seniors that put so much time and effort into this, and we so wanted to go undefeated at home. That hadn't happened for a long time, and that might have been something that they were putting pressure on themselves a little bit, probably defensively. But Iowa State, we know is a good team, and they made some plays in the second half. We didn't on defense.
After they tied it up on the Higgins touchdown at 35, you guys were driving. You had that 4th and 3 where you guys decided to punt. Was there any conversation about maybe going for it?
Yeah, there was. But with the flow of the game, Ben had just come out, Senate had, and we kind of talked about it. I said, now let's kick it away and see if we can get a stop. And that was the time where we had them on 3rd and 18, and we give up a touchdown.
Opening kickoff or opening coin toss, you win it, like to defer instead of taking the ball right away. Was that just because of the elements?
100%. Yeah, try to see how the game was going to go, because I thought it'd be a field position game.
The rushing attack, the longest run you guys had was 15 yards. Was there any certain cause for that?
They're a really good tackling team. I mean, they're one of the best tackling teams in the Big 12. They are every year.
Coach, going back to that 3rd and 18 where they get the touchdown, guys were playing shell, playing back. Did you ever talk about maybe trying to get pressure, or what was the idea?
Yeah, we talked about a
that?
number of things, but every time we'd gotten pressure, we'd given up a big play. And he caught it before the sticks, and then because it was on their sideline, I really didn't see what happened other than I saw him get out the gate, and it shouldn't happen. Guys, appreciate all your stuff all year long. You guys have been great, and wish we could have gotten a win for everybody, but thank you for the way you handled everything and for treating me well. So appreciate you guys.